Well, I have a special guest today, Miss Tilly Tillerson of Tillersville. Yeah, she's not very talkative, but she's a good girl. Well, I think it was about June, I totally changed the niche of my YouTube channel. Now, that's something a lot of people don't really ever do. It's not recommended sometimes. It's what they say, whoever they is. You know where they live, Tilly? There's an office somewhere that says they on the door. Well, whatever. That's what they say. But anyway, I went from doing a homesteading DIY type channel to the talking head video. That's a big swap. It's a big difference. Totally different content. I kind of fell into it on accident, but it worked. I seen that the views were good, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't got to set 15 cameras up and do all this work and then plan projects that I would have never otherwise done if I wasn't doing YouTube. A lot of these channels you're seeing, they have to invent projects. Once they get everything done, if they built a house, once they get everything done, well, they want to keep their channel going, they have to invent projects. And I didn't want to get caught up in that. How much stuff can you build? How many things do you need? Right? Dog houses. Built a few of them. You like dog houses. What was that? Oh, I stacked a bunch of metal roofing over there, and it seems the wind picked some up and blew it. That must have been what that noise was. But anyway, I don't know. It just worked out. But it was something I was looking to do anyway, and I really didn't know what I was going to do, because these homesteading DIY channels all look the same. And what was happening around me, you have all these people moving here, and the first thing somebody would tell them, start a channel, start a channel. So now you got 15, 20 YouTube channels in my probably 100-mile radius doing the same thing. And, you know, it's just overkill. People want to see something unique. People want to see something different. And from doing, I don't remember which video it was I did. It'd probably be one of the first ones back here on these talking videos, but got a lot of new subscribers. So I figured, well, this is my chance. And I lost a lot of subscribers that had subscribed to me from the homesteading channel. But I was losing them at a pace I didn't realize. I didn't notice it, because I was gaining a lot more from people that like to watch this type of format. And they call these the talking head videos. I guess because my head's talking. I don't know. I don't like the term, but I guess it's better than homesteading, because nobody's really homesteading. Not these days. You're not running across, you know, thousands of acres in a covered wagon and saying, this is mine. That's what homesteading was. And I had already been here 10 years when I started my channel. So the work was done. Well, it's not done. I'm still working on it. But you know what I mean. They didn't see me move from the city and leave the big city and start, they didn't see that with my channel. I was just here. And I've been here 13 years. I think it's going on, it'll be 14 years in September, next September. So, man, time goes quick. But to do this niche that I'm doing now, the talking head type videos, and there's not many people in my state doing this. In fact, the Chat GTP, Google, all said, I am like the second biggest talking head channel in Arkansas. If you can believe that, I don't know. There is one, he's got a lot of subscribers, Booger or something like that. Boogie or Booger, I don't know what his name is. I don't know. But anyway, it's working out. I'm gaining subscribers. And I still retained some of the subscribers that I've always had. The problem was, it wasn't a problem, but one of the things was everybody in this area had the exact same subscribers. Everybody. there was, and didn't seem like we were, you know, it's a very slow growth, very slow. So I'm glad I made that choice. Now, this is a niche that I don't think a lot of people, not everybody can do. Number one, you have to have quite a bit of life experience because you're going to have to come up with different topics. I mean, I just sit there and think, and something comes to mind, and I'm running 2 channels, so I got to think double hard, don't I, Tilly? And so you know, and not all the videos do well. They just don't. You just never know which one's going to get the views and which one ain't. But even the bad ones do better than my best homesteading videos. People just didn't want to see an older man with 50,000 cuts in between whatever project I was doing, because I can't keep up. I can't do a project for hours at a time without having to rest. And this is perfect because I'm not working. I'm sitting here 15 minutes, 20 at the most, and it's easy. But still, you have to have some type of life experience. Quit looking at my knee. You have to have some type of life experience to be able to maintain doing this. The Asian beetles, distractions, and not have so many distractions. See, so I find I feel kind of comfortable in this niche, and it's working out. And you know, I don't dare go back and try to do anything else on this channel now, because I now have more subscribers that subscribe because of what I do now than I ever did homesteading or DIY videos. And it wasn't just DIY, it was just pretty much showing everything you did in your life, which I really never liked doing. You went somewhere and you had to film it, and you know, some of that was fun to do, but trying to come up with, and you would have to make more than 1 video a week, because I mean, at least on my channel, I wasn't getting the views, not like I get now. And so it was a good switch. But as I said, not everybody is capable of doing these type videos. Some people I see doing these, it's very obvious to me they're reading from a teleprompter. You can just tell, because nobody can memorize the way they're, you know, a lot of the times the way they're talking, nobody can memorize that much at a time. And I have a teleprompter. I've never set it up. I'm still in the box. And I'm like, you know, I'm not going to do that, because that would take the real feeling out of my videos. I don't know. You know, I will make notes if it's a certain subject. I will make notes, print them out. Most of the time you ain't going to see them. I don't have any notes today. Tilly tried to eat my notes yesterday. That's if I'm going over like a list of things and I want to be, you know, be sure that I don't forget one and screw the video up. But I'll read whatever the note is, and then I'll add my own talking to it. And so you have to have the ability to get on camera and be able to talk for the full 15, full 20 minutes, whatever. I try to make them a minimum of 10 minutes. Sometimes I'll get in there and I'll put it in the computer and 8 minutes, dang. And those are usually the ones that get a lot of views, because they don't pay you nothing, because you didn't talk long enough to have ads on there. You have to be a minimum of 8 minutes, but a lot of people will not click on a video if it's only 5-8 minutes long. They just feel like it's a waste of their time. They want a longer one. And then there's other people that like them 10 minutes long, you know. And so I think 11 to 20 minutes is a good time frame. You go any farther than that on one of these, you know, it depends what the subject is. Another thing about these kind of videos, like the one I did yesterday, I was really sweating that one about where I said I wasn't going to vote anymore. And I'm pretty serious about that. Unless, you know, what I didn't say in the video is I am going to have to see a whole different type of person that is running for an office before I consider voting again. I am not ashamed of who I voted for last time. They're doing fine, but I don't see any future. I don't see the future for that. Anybody good in the back lot there, but we'll see. But I'm getting off subject here. And so some videos like that, you're going to lose subscribers. I don't know how many I lost, but what usually happens is once the subscribers get done watching the videos and it goes out to the population, the people that have never seen my channel, you get those back. So you have to do some kind of controversial, you know, get people's blood boiling sometimes, those kind of videos. So when you see me do those, they're videos that I really mean, that I'm, you know, that I'm serious about. But I have to pick those kind of subjects because it's what you guys watch. Yeah. I call that drama and stuff. You know, the more drama, the more controversial, the better the video does. But again, you never know what YouTube is going to roll with. And you know, it's all up to them. It is all up to YouTube what they're going to put out to the people. And basically all you really have in the beginning is your subscribers. They're the ones that the notifications go out and watch them. And then if you guys watch enough of it, then they might suggest it. And if they don't suggest it, the video flops. And you know, you make another one. That's the good thing. I do these every day. So if one flops, maybe the next one. It seems to go about every four or five videos. Then I hit a bigger one. You know, there's no real, no, it doesn't make sense half the time. But one reason, you know, I changed my niche because I seen, you have to really pay attention with doing social media. You have to see what people are watching, what they want to watch, and go with it. And if you fail to do that, your channel will never grow. You have to watch the numbers. And I'm always looking at analytics. I'm watching the numbers. Hey, this one's doing good. What was this about? But then you can't make the same video again. I don't even do that with the other channel. If I make a video on this channel, I don't make anything like that on the other channel. Which is a challenge, trying to come up with something. But you do have to watch the numbers and try to give you guys what you want to hear. They're not super easy. Not everybody can do these kind of videos. Yes, there are homestead videos, homestead channels, they'll get on and they do their talking. But they're not going to do this every day. You wouldn't watch them simply because they are in the wrong niche for that. The people they have as subscribers have subscribed to them so they can watch them build, so they can watch them set their homesteads up. They don't want talking. I have made a few of these when I was in the homesteading niche and I got complaints. Oh, it's just talk. We need to see work. You get that all the time. So I thought I'd explain a little bit about why I changed. I didn't see my channel was growing. It always grew, but the pace of the growth is agonizing. Okay, it took 4 years to go from 0 to, I think I was at 17,000 subscribers. And you get those, you know, once in a while you would have one that would do very well and you would get a lot of subscribers. But most of them would average 2,000-3,000 views, which some channels, they would love to have that. But I seen a bigger picture, and I'm glad I did, because now the channel's growing. I'm hoping we're going to get to 100,000 subscribers within the next 6 months. Got about, where are we at, 72, so we get about 28,000 to go. You guys can help me out by subscribing and all that. And I ain't even going to tell you because it irritates people. But anyway, that's why I changed. And if you're thinking of starting a channel, think long and hard about what you want to do before you start it, so you can avoid having to niche jump. If you don't know what a niche is, it's pretty much the subject of what you do on your channel. Homesteading, you got your RV, van life people, that's a niche. You got, I mean, there's tons of different niches. But you need to find one that works. And if you start a channel and you're not getting but maybe 10, 20 to 100 views on each video, then maybe you might want to start thinking about changing something up. Changing, you know, I really don't recommend changing the name of a channel, because I did that. Oh man. I swapped the names of my channels. The names I have now, all I did was swap them, and it killed me for about a year. People were so confused, and it was the easiest thing, man. Hey, that channel was called The Dog Man. Now it's Ouachita Mountain Living. Vice versa. That's it. How hard can that be? But it did. It hurt me. And I lost a lot of subscribers for just changing the name. So make sure before, if you're interested in starting a channel, make sure you know exactly what you want to do first. And because, I mean, you can change things later, but it is no guarantee that it's going to work for you. So I guess that's it, man. Happy trails.